ML Sports Take here, brought to you by Batavia Downs Gaming and St. Bonaventure University's online Masters in Journalism. Find out more at sbujournalism.com. Pretty cool to watch the Bonnies on Thanksgiving, a noon game. And hey, this team is 6-1 right now, 67-58 winners over East Carolina. A team that isn't that great. They're not that awful, though. And remember, they only lost a couple games by, I think, 4 points, which is what I read on the screen combined. So, listen, win, move on, win, move on, win, move on. And a couple big things off the top here, right? Igbunaway with some unreal points off the bench, 17. What a spark he was in a game where, again, Big Joe, I thought, played a little bit more because it stylistically fit him, but he only gives you 7. You only get 3 from Simmons, which hasn't happened, right? You only get 6 from Charles, which hasn't happened. Bang, the depth. The guy off the bench, the next man up, who's going to help you out. Also, Frank Mitchell, big time stabilizer at both ends, right? I mean, you're getting 17 and 12 from this guy. Limits points on one end, keeps some points going on the other end, and offensively for 10, 12-minute stretch, both teams were absolutely atrocious in the first half. I mean, East Carolina took the lead 29-28, but it was turnovers, it was poor execution, it was poor shot selection. The ones that you did get, you missed. Bonaventure had a bad shooting game in this one, 41%. They were also dreadful from 3. Thought a lot of stuff tried to get forced in there, but, rebounding was close. They hung in there, they hustled, and, I thought the passing was really a lot crisper in the second half, and then the Bonnies kind of pulled away late. They did have 7 steals and 6 blocks in this game, so when they had to lock down, because the offense was not playing that well, they created East Carolina to do a lot of bad things offensively as well. Second half-wise, right, it was kind of nip and tuck. You wondered how the Bonnies were going to come out. You get that big jumper from Charles. It goes all the way down, all the way through, 14-minute mark, all the way to the 12-10 minute mark. And the Bonnies, it's only like a 40-38 game. Mitchell has that huge dunk. Lanati with the terrific lay-in, and all of a sudden it's a 6-point game. You're in control with a lead that's bigger than you've had. It was 5 and 6. It was 3. Then it becomes a 1-point game again. East Carolina takes the lead. It's a seesaw deal. Bona goes up 2. I thought that Igbunaway 3 with under 4 to go really was a big one. And then Riley comes back and answers with a 3. Igbunaway comes back and hits another 3. I mean, what big-time shot making he was providing the Bonnies to go back up 5 with 2 minutes, under 2 minutes. But I thought up 6, you're in control. Even when you're down 1, you were up 6, so it's only a 1-point game, right? If you're only up 2 or 3 there, then you're down 3-4 the other way. And in a nip and tuck game that, back and forth where you have to make a shot eventually, if they make one more than you, building a little bit of that cushion I thought was big. And then free throw shooting down the stretch, right? 12 for 14, a classic Schmidt game where, Bowen hits some threes and Mitchell makes that dunk in the end, to finally go up 7 and kind of, or go up 9, I should say, and ice the deal. Good solid stuff there, from St. Bonaventure. Bowen a couple free throws for the icing on the cake to go up 9 with about 10 seconds to go, 12 seconds to go, and that was about it. So just a really good win. They had a day to think about the North Carolina game where I thought they fought really, really hard. It's just length, size, talent, athleticism. Just, you can't beat that team. You can't keep up with that team. I know that it was close at the half, but we know the deal there. Now the Bonnies get a little ESPN2 action on Sunday the 30th. They get some nice national exposure there on an NFL Sunday. We'll see how the ratings go there. We know one thing: the ratings will be high for us, and it'll be at the back end of a pretty darn big Bills game at Pittsburgh as well. So really nice win here against just a solid East Carolina team. The thing is, I wanted to end on this. East Carolina, as I mentioned, they're not great, they're not awful, but they're another example out of hundreds maybe in college basketball where there's just a lot of solid players. There's just a lot of solid teams. Anybody, you just roll the ball out and they are going to compete, and there's so much talent all across the country and the world now that teams that are non-Power 5, even in non-A10, non-Big East, etc., there's just good players everywhere. And so that's the thing that I think Schmidt and his staff try to preach, like, you got to go and play every night, man. You really do, even if it's not North Carolina. And I thought the Bonnies did that. I just thought the offense was slow to get going in the first half. But by the same token, the defense took care of business to make East Carolina play the same way. And then in the end, it was those big threes off the bench, as I mentioned, and the Bonnies get one. And I think if you look at this schedule, playing North Carolina extremely tough for a half plus and winning 6 games, beating a rival in Siena, going up against some other mid-majors that, again, everybody just rolls out solid players. I think you take that. Mike Lindsley here, ML Sports Take, brought to you by St. Bonaventure University's online Masters in Journalism, Welch & Company Jewelers, Elevate Fitness of Syracuse, and Batavia Downs Gaming. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.